Should we be worried about Nintendo deleting this game out of the Nintendo Switch Online service? Let's get into it. Nintendo is deleting a game called Super Soccer from its service on March 28th, 2025. And this is not a big title. It's not, this is not Mario or Zelda or anything. It's not anything first party. But raise your hand if you've played this game before. This is a common occurrence in other streaming services like Game Pass. Often you see games go in and out pretty frequently. Also the same thing with PS Plus. You see games going in and out of there. And then in addition, you see this also happening with stuff outside of video games itself, like Netflix. However, this is actually the first time we've seen it from Nintendo. The difference being that with other services, if something leaves their streaming service, at least you have the option to buy or to buy at least digitally. But with Nintendo, this is the only way you have to play this particular game. And this is actually starting to make waves online, and a lot of people are actually asking to bring back the Virtual Console. So really what probably happened is someone wanted more money to keep this game on the service, and Nintendo looked at the metrics and saw all the both people that were playing this game and were like, you don't, pal. The game in and of itself is really a non-issue. I cannot even remember that this game even going into the service, really. But what is an issue is that all of the Switch life cycle, we haven't seen any games come out of the service, and now we're just hearing about it for the first time after 7 years. So, pros and cons. I made a video recently about how parents need to decide between physical and digital, and that's a whole conversation I brought up in that video, so go check it out in the card. So this is really one of the side effects of the all digital future. People can really just take your game at really any point in time, and physical is preferred, and it doesn't always make sense for everyone, but this is definitely a consequence of the digital landscape of games here. Nintendo actually is kind of smart for business practices by not offering the Virtual Console. You can only get the games that you want to play by subbing to their NSO, which what do they put on there? Do they put Chrono Trigger on there? Do they put Final Fantasy VI on there? No, but they put stuff like Super Soccer and tennis, and then there's these other obscure game titles in there for the games that you really want to play. All the other obscure games are in the same service in which you play for the games that you really want to play, and then Nintendo also doesn't offer up any option to purchase them individually, and really all the digital purchases can be revoked. So yeah, they're still in danger. So maybe that's why Nintendo has offered this up in the first place to, really up the value of Nintendo Service Online. So when it comes to Nintendo Service Online, so the question really is, should we be concerned about the games that are in there? Are they going away anytime soon? I would think that first party stuff like Super Mario World, Link to the Past, Fire Emblem, I really think that all that stuff's safe. Then we think about third party, and you see GoldenEye on there. You see Perfect Dark, you see Banjo, and really anything Sega Genesis related. So I don't personally play anything N64 because they refuse to allow you to button map. So in my own personal estimation, that's not a service that I get into, but I do know that a lot of people were really excited about playing GoldenEye for the first time in however long. If anything, I think would really be at risk of coming out of NSO, I would think that these games would be the ones to go. I think these kind of things happen, kind of on a frequent basis. You have the video games with their negotiations and contracts and stuff. You got similarly to how things like sports networks have, so I have New England Sports Network here in Rhode Island, and YouTube TV and NESN just don't get along, so therefore you're out of luck, and you just don't get that on YouTube TV. The nice thing about the first party stuff is it's all under Nintendo's house. Could that happen to these other third party games? I really don't think it's that likely. I just think of if any games were the games would be the games to go, then those would be it. For the track record that the Switch Online has had, 7 years in, and we're only just seeing our first one, and even at that, it's a very minor game. I'm 99% confident that we don't have anything to worry about. Let me know in the comments below if you're at all concerned about anything in the Nintendo Switch Online suddenly going away. There's really that ever so intrusive thought, that 0.1% chance that, maybe one of these games might go, but, I don't think Nintendo operates the same way as the other game companies go, so fingers crossed. I really think we're safe on this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll leave a video up for the physical and digital games, how parents have to deal with that, and then don't forget to sub and ring the bell.